Today we're going to go over how to integrate polynomials. So once you know how to use the power rule and the how to integrate 1 over x, the logarithmic rule, integrating an entire polynomial is actually super easy due to something called linearization. And what linearization means is we can treat each term individually and then just add them up at the end. So what that means in practice, if we have an example of integral of 3x squared plus 4x minus 5 dx, I can take this and split this up into 3 separate smaller polynomials. So integral of 3x squared dx plus integral of 4x dx minus integral of 5 dx. So these two are equivalent, and this is what the linearization looks like. So again, I went from a pretty difficult and complex polynomial integration to 3 super easy integrals that I know how to solve using power rule or simple techniques. So looking at this first integral right here, we see we can take the 3 out in front, and then we're left with integral x squared dx. Using power rule, we know that this comes out to be 3x cubed over 3, and then we can cross these out. One thing I like to do, just because I like to be kind of neat, is every time there's an addition or subtraction sign, I like to kind of draw a line underneath just to keep things separate, and then later I can see, oh, I'm adding one thing to the next. So moving on to the second term right here, the 4x, integral of 4x, we can take the 4 out in front. This will be just integral of x dx. So this becomes 4x squared over 2. We can simplify this to be 2x squared. And this comes out to be x cubed. So we have our first term and our second term. And then finally, if we go here, we have integral of 5 dx, which any integral of a constant just becomes 5 times x. And that is our third term. So now I'm going to add these all up. I'm running out of room, so I'm going to write it up here. So our first term is x cubed, and then we have the plus sign. Then our second term is 2x squared. Then we have our minus. Then we have 5x. And remember, because this is an indefinite integral, we're going to have to do plus c. And that right there is our answer. So again, notice how we took a fairly big polynomial and we were able to split it down and simplify it into 3 fairly easy integrals. And then we just added them all up together at the very end. And again, don't forget your plus c. All right, let's go into our next problem. We have integral of 8x squared minus 6x squared. Sorry, this is supposed to be a cubed. 8x cubed minus 6x squared plus 2x plus 7 dx. Remember, then we can rewrite this as integral of 8x cubed dx minus integral of 6x squared dx plus integral 2x dx plus integral of 7 dx. I'm going to write my little lines. You don't have to do these lines, but this just helps me to stay organized. Take the 8 out in front. Integral of x cubed is x to the 4th over 4. We can simplify this to be 2x to the 4th. That's our first term. Then we have 6x squared. Take the 6 out in front. Then it's just x cubed over 3. Simplify this to be 2x cubed. Then we have, that's our second term. Then we have integral of 2x dx. Take the 2 out in front. Then we have x squared over 2. The 2's cancel out. This just becomes x squared. That's our third term. And then integral of 7 dx. Take the 7 out in front. And then we're left with 1. So we just do add an x to that. So that's our fourth term. And then move all of these signs down. Again, you can kind of think of these purple arrows as arrows pointing downwards so you don't forget your signs. So the final answer becomes 2x to the 4th minus 2x cubed plus x squared plus 7x plus c. Don't forget your plus c, guys, because it is an indefinite integral. And there you go. That is how to take a polynomial and make it super, super easy. One thing I want to do is I also want to check our work. So recall that integration and derivatives are just opposites of each other. So if we were to take this, so we have 2x to the 4th minus 2x cubed plus x squared plus 7x. If I was to take the derivative of this should come out to be what that is. So let's go ahead and check that. So the derivative of 2x to the 4th is just going to be 8x cubed minus 6x squared plus 2x plus 7. Based on the power rules of derivatives. If you don't know how to do the derivatives, please check out my Calculus 1 series. So that is our derivative. Let's see if that matches what we have up here. We have 8x cubed, 6x squared, 2x, 2x, and then 7. So this works out. Actually, I'm going to make that a green. Check. That works out. That means this is the correct answer. And that is how you're able to check all your integration problems. See you next time.